Welcome to CycleSmart episode 2. I hope you're pumped to get your ride on. In this episode, we're going to be going over some general bike safety, what to wear and why, hand signals, what they mean and why you should use them, and then finally, we're going to tackle road signs and how they apply to your ride. So let's buckle up, we're dropping in. Let's talk about your threads. They're more than just fashion. They're also to make biking easier, to make you more noticeable, and to protect you when you eventually take a slant. Let's look at some bad examples. Any kind of eye protection is a great idea. There's plenty of things that make it hard to see while you're riding. Dust and rocks from passing traffic, low branches on the trails, stray bugs, or wind from just going fast. You're gonna want something between you and anything that's gonna smack you in the face. Gloves are super clutch at keeping your hands from getting smashed up when you bail, because concrete basically turns into sandpaper when you fall. And tree branches don't feel great on the knuckles either. So grab a pair of gloves. They don't even need to be bike specific. They just need to be breathable and they need to fit your hands. That's it. Happy feet equals a happy day. If your shoes don't fit, you're gonna have a bad time. Usually we recommend bike specific shoes as they are the best option, but any stiff, flat-soled shoe is appropriate and you can totally use it. Just make sure they fit your feet, they're supportive, and they cover your toes. No flip-flops. Pads are always a good idea whenever you're out for a shred. Any impact to your knees or elbows will spell pain, not only immediately, but also potentially later in life if your crash is bad enough. Make sure they're the right size. Most pads allow you to adjust them to fit, plus they look sick. There's really no reason why you shouldn't be riding with a set. This one's a no-brainer. Wear a helmet. End of story. Make sure it fits, make sure it's sick, or you're not gonna wanna wear it. Any helmet you wear needs to fit on the top of your head. Not too far forward, not too far back. And that strap needs to clip comfortably under your chin so you don't lose that skid lid mid-ride. Your water bottle isn't really something that you wear, but believe it or not, your body actually needs water to function. So we're gonna classify this as internal protection. Keeping hydrated will allow your body to regulate your internal temperature. We lose water just by breathing and sweating, so it's vital to keep those levels up. Drinking water regularly also keeps your muscles from cramping up, so stay hydrated.
So if you just got your bike out of storage from the winter, you're going to make sure that it's in good working order. And if you don't know how to fix your bike, like this guy, take him to a proper bike mechanic.
Hand signals are a great way to let everyone around you know what you're about to do. In this section, Dan and Isaac are going to be showing us which hand signals to use and what they mean. So buckle up, let's get it.
When we're riding on the road, we need to be able to tell people where we're going to go so they do not get confused by our actions. If we're going to turn left, we're going to put our hand out like this. If we're going to turn right, keep your left arm out, but point it up like this. If you're going to come to a stop, whether it's a stop sign, traffic light, or you just need to stop, put your arm down like this. The reason we use our left hand, our left arm, is so that we can always be covering our back brake. Some of you may wonder why we don't do this. It's just a safety issue. If you feel more comfortable doing this, you can, but it's a little safer if you can just use your left arm. I'll show you how this looks when we're facing down the road. If we're turning left, left arm out. Turning right, we're going to point our left arm up. If we're stopping, point our left arm down. If you're in the middle of a corner and you feel like it's unsafe to put your arm out, just make sure you do it before you make the maneuver. Get your hand back on. Just make sure you're making it nice and obvious to the road users where you're going to go.
All cyclists are required by law to obey all posted road signs. In this section, Dan and Isaac are going to teach us what signs are important and how we can navigate the areas they're posted in. It's pretty important that we obey the posted rules of the area we're biking in. If we decide not to, then things can go very wrong very fast, not only for us, but also for anyone else walking, driving, or riding close to us. Let's take a look.
This right here is a yield sign. When coming up to a yield sign, always use caution, look left and right before proceeding onto the road. If there's cars coming, they have the right of way, so you have to wait your turn. If there are no cars, make sure you're still checking left and right, and then you can just go straight onto the road, bomb down whatever hill you're going down. Okay, now coming up to a yield sign, left and right.
This sign indicates you're approaching a traffic circle, or as some people know them, a circle of fear and confusion. But there's nothing to be scared about. All you need to remember, approach with caution, give way to people who are in the circle and coming from the left. If they're coming from the right, it means they're confused and they're from England. Okay. This is a multi-use trail. People walking, people riding ATVs, people on snowmobiles, maybe even a moose. These things, heavier, faster than you, so you may get hurt if you don't take care. Remember, other people use the trail too. It's good to know what you're about to ride. You see a trail with this sign at the beginning, green, that's for beginners. That's for people who are maybe just getting started on their mountain bike. It's a good thing if you can start to learn how to stand up and ride, and this is a good place to learn how to use both brakes together. If you're going to move up to the blue trails or intermediate, you're going to expect a few more features, things that are a little bit steeper, a lot more difficult. Get some more practice in on the greens, then you should be ready to hit up the intermediates. Once we get onto advanced or black diamond trail, then you really need to have a few years experience of mountain biking. You need to be really confident, you need to be able to stand up, move the bike around you. You're going to come up to a lot of steep obstacles and potentially quite dangerous. So make sure you've got really good at the blues and the greens before that, before you go start tackle some black diamond trails. That was close. Okay, we all know what this sign means. It's pretty obvious, but it turns out dinosaurs and some adults actually don't always know. So if you're approaching a junction, make sure you approach it with caution in case the other people decide they don't want to stop. Do you hear something?
Okay, we're gonna recap what we covered. Remember, when you're riding, to wear proper protective gear. This includes a helmet, any pads and gloves, and some form of eye protection. Also, drinking water is a pretty good idea too. Then we talked about hand signals and what they are and when to use them. So use them lots, use them with confidence. And then we moved on to road signs. Remember to respect and obey all signs in your area. They're there for your safety and everybody else's. And that's a wrap. I hope you guys had a heap of fun riding with us today. Now let's get out there and get after it.